agi the Ballon d'Or. Say Shadrack beat me on my list now. And then meet me actually mama on my top 5 for the Ballon d'Or.
In no order.
In no order.
Oh, okay.
My top 5 in no order. Our Ballon d'Or name. Jude Bellingham. Edika Munchani Dimu. Move on to the Jude Bellingham Munchani Dimu. The next one, Osman Dembele Obekang.
Okay.
It's among the 5. You see, I'm a U1, Aka 4. Donnarumma Munchani Dimu. Desire Due Munchani Dimu. Denzel Dumfries Munchani Dimu. Seu Gurasi Munchani Dimu. Gyökeres Munchani Dimu. Haaland Munchani Dimu. Hakimi Munchani Dimu.
Okay.
Harry Kane Munchani Dimu. Kivicha Kvaratskhelia Munchani Dimu. Lewandowski Munchani Dimu. McAllister Munchani Dimu. Lautaro Martinez Munchani Dimu. Kylian Mbappe Munfane Gaon.
Tina say when you 2. Okay.
Scott McTominay Munchem. Nuno Mendes, let me say line we twem wo ho no. Or the line so
McTominay Munchem
o Munchani Dimu. Ono kro na nyame ase we room top 30. We room top 30. Nuno Mendes o fast service into on the obetra line ke to e bi. You first ono no is 6. Jean Neves na likely so bet imagine the Copa trophy. Ketuano.
Lamisha Honzo.
Don't forget to say Jean Neves the season under review or a treble winner was actually a national team Nations League winner.
So I'm going to say a quadruple.
What I say quadruple? No, most of Spain as the Nations League did this year.
Okay.
So for the national team and even the club side,
okay,
Jean Neves has been there. Copa trophy need the 100 in Namho. Michael Olise Munchem. Kopama so no. Asteris.
To the shame na may or 5 on the street.
Kylian Mbappe, Osman Dembele, Rafinha, Lamine Yamal, Ana Vitinha. Osman Dembele, Kylian Mbappe, Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, Ana Vitinha. 5 we. Ye kwe ni mwa. The training beba.
Okay.
Fancy. Quickly, ma yenin komo we kakra. You see, the talent line of clubs. Let me not even use the word talent line, but the production line of clubs. Be to say Borussia Dortmund, Benfica, any of them can one. A top notch due to the fact say they don't only give you players who are talented alone. But players are more the potential to become best players in their positions in the few years to come. Omono edi this ade no ho didi to say England be your version in Brighton and Hove Albion. I wouldn't say most of the players now Brighton and Hove Albion if you academy and eba. But they are Brighton any differently near say they scout them and pick them from clubs that are unknown. No mo your maba. No mabe polish or modi susha na fan one and won't no abe fa na de call. But fancy, I think say in the history of English football, or more in terms of midfielders, no more tires are supplying to be Pana West Ham. Javier Mascherano, Frank Lampard. Or my yamane di dimo ama Declan Rice bu na be sene kwa Arsenal. Ti omu chiche gusu mo bi anya ne de. This time around, the Brighton and Hove Albion etimi eja McAllister Kwame and Liverpool, Caicedo to Chelsea, Bissouma to Tottenham Hotspur. Now Carlos Baleba comes to Brighton and Hove Albion, and just after 1 year, Manchester United are already some bubble room. No makofane de naba. Now the man seven class I am a say. Omo say omo player we were chira ono never be replace Baleba. Acha 1 year.
Yes.
So look at the trend and the quality. Omanya within their teams are more polish you to move them on. Baleba about 21 games spent in French League. Or boy no moton Caicedo na no mokofane then buy so bisia can farm. Fancy. This is a midfielder. Or there's something different. Ebeka Utimo anytime you are interested in bringing him to your club. Now me hear Caicedo dealing with Brighton and Hove Albion. Listen to this particular line of discussion. Yes. Caicedo enya more experience e develop Baleba. By potential na ekuta Baleba no e wo soro chen Caicedo e develop wo wani mu kra chen Baleba sisi.
Okay. But
potential na ekuta no
say
a change there na Caicedo a change there na Caicedo dey
barring injuries
there be
next or no so back level
or back different level no so obetima tra but sisi na me no kasa de Caicedo no dey ono watete mu o chemai ono say no top defensive midfielders o we ase no now he has written his name in the top 5 Caicedo ho what show ni di top 5 ho. But potential na ekuta Baleba no Emma akoda no se utimi eye ni ye na otini ni ya. One, you are not only getting a player who is a defensive midfielder solely concentrated on tackling and intercepting.
Okay.
But you are getting a midfielder in terms of progression, he is there. In terms of ball retention, he is there. Also, you soon as box to boxer, he is there. And last season, so some ball as centre back, left-footed centre back. Edema Brighton and Hove Albion. So you are getting a multifaceted midfielder. Ordinary bar in 51 bibi a person onye bia obeti buy the amount.
Yes.
And also power so intensity. The last time I saw midfielders with set drive, me wouldn't be in terms of the progressive play, no. Any day city football, driving ball from the own half, the moving now. There's only one player that comes into mind, Paul Pogba. I'm not saying he's in a quality group, Pogba. But our certain qualities around him are otimiya san your money be in kakran. It is shane clubs kakra bi ade or football na Caicedo betimi aboya or 10 in be or 10 or the ball move be 30 meters, 40 meters, 50 meters. Hardly do you see midfielders are not more time movie with set ball. Don't na pass it no more gina ye.
Just a Dembele.
Just a Dembele formerly of Tottenham Hotspur.
That Dembele guy.
Another perfect example. Ono ni ase ni dompem to kro namu because what den of football no the pianwa e den so obegide afri ni sem but fancy in komo ye din nyina no United why story say omo pe no but mimi susu ye mu pa ne ma adwe mu pa dia ka United ma brante we ntwa 1 year Brighton and Hove Albion biem na ne mu mia fancy omo mani ntwa 1 more year na ne mu mia but ba bia United su gina na meti o ma se because United no so ain't so sure about their position next season. Fancy, it could be. I go back at yourself, but this is a player such kind of quality. Be said, entire easy so be baby. Or say left-footed. How many left-footed central defensive midfielders na muta who we are see? And the quality they bring in terms of bono.
That's a Barça Magdana la Colano. So
what I say, Acolano, or no, Priane Baya, Conocrabe Boja Caicedo, no couple team. So I could have win United the man in Fifem. No Mumpia. So there's a contract extension. You see, this is how sometimes football politics works. United Penepano money abra, they could work their way around for Akodano to agree a new contract with Brighton and Hove Albion with a release clause. Then you go in, but the amount release clause as near Daniel say release clause here to Akodano so I know you the installment. Depends. Opeso utria the installment. I just all the big release clause and the price no. And come up boy about 3 years. No more the amount say for tria. And yes, obebre. But I think I could have one more year. Brighton and Hove Albion. United is through competition. United person me Chelsea the NB. And look at Enzo Fernandez in the January transfer window. Chelsea realizes it says a cost summer. The likes of Liverpool money in Kofobe Madrid munina babe pumwashe. Man United munina obi ababe prebi ababe. It is 120 million euros in there quick. Yenkotia. Nyanko fan. Unless United decides okay, yeah, talk away the aba. But I think one thing that can also help Akoda win here be a Casemiro at Manchester United. If you want a proper mentor for Akoda we are ubetimi the naba. United bought the Premier League, FA Cup, and the EFL Cup. They can manage minutes. They can manage him. Because no Kroba and the first season about 15 games spent at my Brighton. About 15 games but until last season, yeah. Nyoma Pijadiamana all book game after game both matches be. It is not even or adapted slowly. But the presence of Obi Tiseke Casemiro the presence of Obi to say Ugatemo, Bruno Fernandes mono, they come on me the national mamotum, then try and groom because the perfect person will be to groom near Casemiro because Casemiro has seen it all as a defensive midfielder for Real Madrid. The number of Champions Leagues are watching a bra original and national and say open better teacher to help you are. Ono ne say na ne mu ago na stamina ne ni ho but to be akakra bi ade hu nkra de otimi bo pass ba ko bi say na show bi so Baleba would need such person to help him. Fancy so what check Baleba statistics are, it shocks me say akra no at the age he can only get better because of a ground eater to be tackle because front-footed tackles in terms of percentiles, how he ranks among the youth and 23 for maybe or that. Then ball retention, players that are better than Baleba in terms of ball retention, they be ni Pavlovich more. If Shadrach could help us, Akabe said the list of under 23 players who can keep possession so well, and I say Obe receive pass under pressure. Baleba is there, and Kobe first Obe Dano Kitu Ebino. You said United should push for him, or better than United midfielders no money in ACC. And age is so on the side, 21 years. Fast forward, only 22, 23 no. United the top midfield papa at this age check. And this is last season now. On say he'll press more from the left, more from the left, more from the left. And you could have a player in up your shots. But now me heard the ball retention stats and Shadrach beat me a boy or me one beat me a din communi because the entire makers has say and a football now the first phase is very important, especially when football has moved to a certain extent to be a person or passer from the back. It's the first phase how our midfielder beat me a movie from there. The secret to Liverpool beating first phase and I say Gravenberch or was start be or damn no who say first or bet me Jinipa bear 3 do
true.
No, so look at the players who are better. Chelsea saying that even Arsenal man for ball. Maresca is saying to no Andrew Santos. The players are receive ball under pressure. Team maneuver one at that second.
Oh no.
Andrew Santos, Pavlovich, Obeba Zaire Emery, Obabeto Peroni, Caicedo, Pedri. The next one here why?
Baleba.
Only 2 players and the power any athleticism come born Andrew Santos and Carlos Baleba any power flair but Carlos Baleba and Andrew Santos and the power and athleticism come born. That is what makes these guys sonko. You hear how our story will be developing in the next few days. And see, because United is so unpredictable in this transfer window. Fancy no credit na me enemy. Na me menim say also United ton ansa no mato sesku. Bango for ne terms can apanyan. O ma sa ka tru bia say o mo po mo nton o betima sa ato.
Yeah, they tell bia.
But you can see. But fancy, you see Inigo Martinez.
Not me.
Any Barcelona then it has been the shocker of the transfer window.
Yeah.
We can have the discussion in 2 folds. One, the age of Inigo Martinez and what he can offer Barcelona in the next 2 years. And you bet me so have a different discussion about Barcelona. Come first or lose Inigo Martinez and the impact I did about my backline him.
As I want to say more of on one case sacrifice because of Barca's financial.
But still now Barcelona can't register one Garcia.
And a free 40 million a year. So we should have players from Jomo Kwamamoko, Pablo Torre, I need those guys.
I need those guys no matter what.
I a little over 40 million.
Sign your money in how better not considering that make us say it is 2 sides of the coin. Maybe any mutual and 2 truths can coexist. I don't know all you know. It is true. And said the yeah woman here say contract now what terminated because from I so research I NHS the contract on the Barcelona signed. And the woman says a contract be fi Saudi ho baby bani and naska woman. Obetimi terminate contract na kwa koji says can. What did they mention as no? So now Barcelona enya hwe emfim ni nyina no so wo ho. Ana nkomo about say Barcelona wage bill no nyoma timi stabilize so wo ho. A truth no cre. But another truth about whatever that is happening with Inigo Martinez is that Barcelona is losing their best centre back last season. Everyone can talk about Kubasi. Everyone can talk about Raul. Everyone can talk about Garcia. Obia Betima Kasaba Julius Koundé. But I think Inigo Martinez gave Barcelona a different bite when it comes to your centre back.
Yeah.
And Omar Kubasi is better. Kubasi would wish to send Konya Penny Bish and I say Penny Onya Inigo Martinez na. What's running Yoma Bebre Bia Clanny when Yoma Bebre? Never they run no control Barcelona backline. And he plays Hansi Flick system so well. Because when you play another Barcelona, you but under Hansi Flick, she highline no quite my Inigo Martinez fast bono. I know there's a certain level of aggression bisu by Barcelona actually on ma no nonsense. Obo bunu sisi obo komu sisi. So Barcelona is not only losing a player, obama mu wage bill no mo ahen ama mo ho ato mo ama mo de bia ka ho am what register players. But they are losing a player one offer enough experience than all of the Barcelona backline. Number two, or the Hansi Flick system na se chain Barcelona backline ni na
complementing Kubasi.
Or complementing Kubasi so well at the backline. Only Kubasi ni Araujo. You see, Barcelona can go back and watch some of these games and see. Kubasi ni Araujo mistakes be him. Inigo obi ade ne be pay Inigo e kire obi a ni pakro tebe bo. Proper center back who has left a legacy at Barcelona. The question becomes who replaces Inigo Martinez and plays perfectly well like him. Christensen wo. But fancy Christensen in common na ye di Christensen in injury situation to say. Christensen bet me about 30 games, 40 games. Abra Umpra. Araujo aye basic errors. Araujo ye basic errors. I don't know say nche bia bo se na ni kotodwe. We basic errors. Enche bia na ni kotodwe. There is Garcia. Garcia no so say no oya ma central defensive midfield role na any day. And also they no cover right back on ma. But also ma will try Gerard Martin. But I think Barcelona will need more than Gerard Martin. Will need more than Christensen. Will need more than Araujo to replace Inigo Martinez. Let's see the Omobeye. But this is a big miss for Barcelona.
Whoa, Mate, Mesa Meda say, Steve, me bow and send my bar a go. Na Kofi Justice, I say, why would you allow your best defender to go and leave Araujo and Christensen to stay? Christensen, Araujo, the other day, say, Club Nanka Sampani for Nana beats me and Swatchrasi. Was say, Davis Andrew, and he was say, don't forget in the previous season, our best midfielder was Gundogan, but he went. And last season we were good, so please trust Flick. And no, Acl Barça faithful. I'm still now no, almost so ewo GD ewo nemo. And I feel Gideon Chase Christensen is very smart, like Inigo Martinez. Almost so Edia no Ede Bernano pay and so I don't know. And we saw Christopher Free used to say Inigo's contract termination can still help Barcelona to register Garcia, Rashford, unless they are in 1:1. I don't know what's happening to Barcelona. Christopher Free and a day, yes, our message, you know, and so the buy, Steven.
Yeah, me that say, and then I think say me areas now me touching in it hovers around the same defensive shape. And I would have to start with Lavi Colwill and then the injury to him. You see, so what Ben coaches that and how Omo try to integrate themselves into a side, getting the understanding of the players to Omo philosophy and how they want the game to be played, and how Ofio says Omo yes winner. Then you appreciate the fact that the job coaching and yadia at that form. Enzo Maresca by last season and on numerous occasions Osteti said Ofio said the team not ready for the Premiership or titles. And he came with a barrage of criticism from one supporters feel say we are Chelsea and once Chelsea we should be winning. But on no the true state of Chelsea and how bit me the Chelsea and nothing kakran crans I don't watch BB. Now losing that gentleman the heart of defense a big issue for Chelsea. Why? Because so your new coach now starts to build it a team, a strong team. Every position I will field, you need a leader, someone you trust to be there. And since Ofi Brighton by and the long spell, gradually he's picking up, and he's turning out to be that leader Chelsea, and like since the exit of Thiago Silva.
Okay.
So names in India, you can mention a lot of players or Chelsea on board the same role. But the efficiency is what matters. Ombetima offer Chelsea and Enzo Maresca near live call the moment in the heart of defense. So our build here do level be with live call. The next step is how to solidify the defensive shape, because Chelsea defense and right back and solid. And most of them, the two now what Chelsea say, they will start for most clubs in Europe. Malo Goso and then James without injury. Anna Kukiera at the other hand. And so when you're 2 and 3 years solid, you need that leader. I'll the full view of the field. I'll bet directed play. And this gentleman echo off for a lengthy period. Now the time from this time to the start of the season are limited for him to identify Obia or Babeshaho. And Chelsea team now because even the central defensive pain already no more here will be because you can't trust Badiashil, Toxin, Bakono. They will call Aston Villa and your friend
Chaloba.
No, the center defender. There's this Disasi. You can't trust these names. So I feel say a hard one for Chelsea and Enzo Maresca. Now the expectation wouldn't be Maresca for Chelsea qualify for the UEFA Champions League. They are the world champions, and will be our eyeballs, and the Niente over Chelsea need different. We are the world champions, and they should be competing. And in the DNA of Chelsea, in the times that Omar very successful, the transition, change of management, and as a manager, comes with success. So in the Premier League, we are expecting Chelsea to challenge for the title. Me met Chelsea cry ahead of Arsenal at this point, not because they won the club walker, but who signs of real progress under Enzo Maresca. So are you bold for João Pedro? Are you bold for Neto? And the ball now or both for Chelsea? Say no. Cole Palmer that better. Omono not many clubs in the Benya quality now or bar with flair, precision and vision. That is what offers the club. Now, on top of the two ingredients here, or some topping with goals. So, you be your poacher. I'll be the Diego Costa star and be a man in João Pedro. I see him as a dirty forward. Wherever you give him he will try to shoot. That's the instinct I make from a real striker, and he's proving that with the club worker. But the biggest issue has to do with Chelsea's defense and the goalkeeping. If Ombe suffered during the season, these are the two areas about how. Now, on a slot, and any team Liverpool but I think they are making a real mistake. That is how I see it from where I sit. Liverpool's priority shouldn't be getting a striker in the region in terms of Sikana Elbow for Alexander Isha. He is a quality centre forward. So about Liverpool, I'll be very much pleased. But I think so called transfer more is about priorities. Now, as an analyst, may analyzing Liverpool team the power critically. Area Ben a Liverpool here player. A die need also Liverpool be
6 no.
It's not even the number 6 center position because McAllister no it's a double job on the field. He is an unsung hero. Last season, yes. But in Liverpool's team, I will always pick McAllister out of the lot. Why? Because the reason Tia Gravenberch enya the Onyane because Liverpool call Zubimendi and Onyanya, and then this is a gentleman under Klopp when a lot of minutes. Straight away, he slots in at number 6 and he's doing wonders. But my catch say, for every club and I said team to win championship, it depends on the ability of key players and about a lot of minutes. Fancy, I don't think say in Premier Liverpool player bia betimi aba during the time of Mo Salah betimi a score no. It is a Liverpool beji bibi no probe in terms of goal. Nobody, no player never Liverpool say ya. Their Salah offer Liverpool no betimi offer beyond that and above that. So in terms of goals and the how many strikers and as attacking players and as Salah but since the time with Liverpool and how many of them and the team outscore no in the full season.
Okay.
So Sadio Mane aba, Danny Ings aba, Divock Origi Abubi, Wenya Roberto Firmino, Sadio Mane Omunyina Wumubi, Darwin Núñez, Diogo Jota. Omunyina count the names and the numbers at Liverpool. He's on top scorer. So the priority for Liverpool is durability. Where do they need that player? The centre back position. That is the position I want to say Liverpool priority, not the striking position. Because records now are there to prove to back what I'm saying. Say striker ben obebe mo obe shache Mo Salah. Say Liverpool be jire bibia. Sa wo kohwe ball na. You ask Salah wo ni the obe she. Salah jire mu pa na mo ntimi anhye. Why? Because he is that man. Nti Firmino ntimi a score no. Sadio Mane a score no. Ewo seasons na mo bono. Last season in the Premier League, he is the player ultimately a deadly Erling Haaland a quarter to two. Now we win the Golden Boot Award. He's that player. Cratching our Birmingham saying 25 goals last season in the Premier League, if I'm right. That is Isaac. And Oba Liverpool with together with Salah. No, because the numbers no ever cost. But say Liverpool PBBA they go to know your Salah, Mo Salah. And why standing for 2 years? Or more the creativity, the assist will still be available. Is the reason I feel say Liverpool should rather focus attention on Maguire. Now Shadrack Boame on the screen with stats now. The reason they have to go in for Maguire is say what check Liverpool team now centre backs recognized ones. Virgil van Dijk, Joe Gomez, and Konate. But Konate stats naturally say durability now some American. He's not that player. You will not get him throughout the season. Last season, he went for 34 days, missing 8 games. Thigh problem, check from RB Leipzig up to now. Check the number of days and the matches are missing with injury. But Van Dijk, any ACO unya onye player or conchain. Salah nye player or conchain. McAllister nye player or conchain. Sadio Mane no on bebresa. These are the key players. Into Yabeko to the business end of every campaign. You need these names to be durable. But you can't trust Konate. So at this point, Maguire 20